Shalom friends, welcome to our channel. We are Beth Kadosh Ministry and today we're going to study Parashat Yitro. Parashat Yitro is in the book of Exodus, chapter 18 to chapter 20, verse 23.
Yitro believed in Yahweh. Many of us in the Christian church believed in Yeshua, but did not believe in Yahweh and His Torah. We thought that the Torah was abolished, but it is not. Today, Yahweh is calling out every Christian to believe that He's the Father of Yeshua, and that His Torah is not abolished.
After Yitro believed, he offered sacrifices to Yahweh. Today, Yahweh is calling every Christian to sacrifice to Him. How? Leaving the Roman feast and coming to celebrate Yahweh's feast written in Leviticus 23. Why is it so hard for Christianity to return to Yahweh's commandments? Simply because they believed a lie that says that the believers in Yeshua are under the law, when Paul says in Romans 6:14, we are not under the law. He did not mean that the law was abolished. Paul meant that we no longer have to sacrifice a lamb in order to be forgiven, because Yeshua was the lamb that came to die on the cross and made us free from the law of sin. There are two kinds of laws in the Torah: the law that are the commandments or the instruction that Yahweh, and if we keep Yahweh's commandments, we are going to live. Yeshua says, someone who does not teach to do my commandments will be smaller in my kingdom, but someone who teaches to do my commandments will be great in my kingdom. Yeshua says to the young man that if you want to have eternal life, keep my commandments. The other law is the law of sin. If we believe in Yeshua and obey His commandments, we are not under the law of sin.
Okay, in Mount Sinai was given the Torah. Remember that when the Israelites came to the Mount Sinai, remember they were slaves in Egypt, and Moses told Pharaoh, please leave the Israelites go, and they are going for them to go celebrate Yahweh's feast. And Moses was telling Pharaoh that the Israelites have to go to Mount Sinai to celebrate the Yahweh's feast. Yahweh was going to give the Torah to the Israelites, to the 12 tribes. And in Mount Sinai was given the Torah, the most precious thing in the world, the law that Christianity says that are accursed. But let me ask you something. How the commandments are accursed? When Yahweh says that if we obey them, we will live. Yahweh's commandments are life, but disobey them is death. That was a wrong thing that we learned in the Christian church, that Yahweh's commandments are a curse. And how we can think that we are going to enter in the New Jerusalem when we don't want to obey the Yahweh's commandments? And that is not going to happen if the Christian church says that they are going to be with Yeshua in the New Jerusalem. They need to keep the commandments, because no one, if the Christian church says that they are going to go in the New Jerusalem with Yeshua, they need to leave the Roman feast. They need to return to the biblical day of worshiping. The biblical day of rest is Shabbat, starting Friday sunset to Saturday at sunset. And no one is going to enter in the New Jerusalem disobeying the Torah. No one, but everyone who believes in Yeshua and keep his commandments is going to enter in the New Jerusalem. In the book of Revelations 22, verse 14 says, "Blessed are those who keep the commandments to have the right to the tree of life." Yahweh bless us. How we will be blessed when we obey Yahweh's commandments. But I don't think that um, the Christian church is going to be in the New Jerusalem because in the Christian church we were taught to disobey the commandments. We were taught that the Torah was abolished. We were taught not to do the biblical feast. We were taught to worship a different day. That's not what Yahweh wants us to do. He wants to obey His word. Um, and the commandments of Yahweh are eternal. Nobody can change it. Even Yeshua didn't change it. Yeshua didn't change the commandments. That is a lie that exists in Christianity. That they say that because Yeshua resurrected on the first day of the week, that's the reason that the day of rest was changed. But that is not true, because the word of Yahweh is perpetual, is eternal life, and what he ordered in his book, in his Torah, in the instruction, because the word Torah is the instruction, and what he left written in his Torah, that is what we have to obey, not disobey. Because in the Christian church we were obeying Constantine, we were obeying the Roman church, the Catholic church that changed the commandments. That the Catholic Church took away the fourth commandment, that is the Shabbat, the day of rest. Is the fourth commandment written in the book of Exodus 20, verse 8 to verse 11. And the word of Yahweh, the commandments given in Mount Sinai were written with the Yahweh's finger, and the man doesn't have the right to change it. The just no one, even Yeshua, did not change it. So it is time for us to return to Yahweh's commandments. It is time to return to His Torah and forgive and all those lies that we learn in the Christian church. We need to accept that in the Christian church we were grown, we were accepting lies from the enemy. We were accepting lies from the Roman church, going to church on Sunday, and because Sunday is a day dedicated to Tammuz, the sun god in Babylon, and later the Roman accepted, and they ordered, Constantine ordered the first day of the week as day of rest, changing the fourth commandment. It is time that you come to obey Yahweh's commandments as the Israelites